Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you again. Yay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a week.
No.
I got so used to your faces. It seems like forever.
Yeah.
Where are your red lights, Mikhail?
No, they're not here. Christmas is over.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. It
Yeah.
that at some point spring is coming, and that means warm. Yay. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
Then we have
As long as we get some decent snow beforehand, then I'll be welcoming in the spring.
Are you going to get some snow in Wales? Is it?
Well, it's more common to get snow. We have had that one snowfall so far, but it wasn't like proper. It was, a bit. It was maybe 2 inches or so covering the grass. But I'd say it's more common January and February to get the bigger snow, so there's still plenty of time left. I'm just going to be pissed if it snows a lot on one of the weekends that I'm away.
Oh
Because
no.
February, for example, I'm away Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days every week doing workshops. So there's a pretty high chance that if it does snow, it'll be while I'm away.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it starts again now, doesn't it? Oh, we will see each other very soon.
Yes, just a
Two or
few
3 weeks.
weeks.
Yes.
Mhm.
So then it starts again with the other places as well, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I've got yours. Yours is the first workshop back, and then yeah, I think I've got three more every weekend after that, and then I have like maybe 2 weeks at home, and then March into April, I've got every week, and then Malta camp, of course, um, which we still need to convince Mikhail to come to. So
No, Mikhail,
I
come
know,
in November.
yeah, Bettina will want you to come in November when she comes.
Yes. I can't make it in April. I'm not allowed to go on big holidays during April. So November, yay!
In November.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the water nice and warm in Malta in November. Even though the temperature outside is like fairly mild, maybe 25 degrees or something, the water temperature is still about 23 degrees. So it's a really nice time. Whereas the April camp, outside air temperature is still around 25, but the water temperature is more like 16. So it's very brisk. I mean, it's good if you like that kind of thing, but it's nice in November. You can have a nice swim and relax. You get that proper sunny holiday, beachside holiday feel with all your training. Whereas the April one, it's still a sunny beachside in terms of the views and everything, but the jump in is like a brisk, don't stay in too long kind of thing. All right, looks like it's just you two tonight. Any
Oh,
Okay.
requests?
there is a screen, Sylvia, but
Yeah.
not a person.
Oh, really? Oh, I think I've got mine set to hide people who aren't there. Ah, Sylvia's there.
Ah, there you go.
I'm here,
Hello.
I'm just listening. Yeah, yeah. No
Hi.
snow here either.
Oh, yeah.
See what happens. Yeah, soon might come.
Well, you're near the beach, aren't you? Are you in Torquay?
Turkey, yeah. So, but
Yeah.
they're still saying it might come. Nice little blizzard, but we'll see.
Okay.
It
Okay.
doesn't happen often here. Wales is better for it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. We're up
Hmm.
nice and high here, up in the mountains.
Hmm.
Okay. Shall we just do a bit of this and a bit of that? Or since there's only three of you, I could take a request if you like.
I haven't done the left side in a while.
Okay. We could do some left side form.
Yay. Sorry, other people.
No, it's good idea. Left side is always a challenge, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot more fun if you have a person standing in front of you, even if it's on the screen, I think.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
prefer
I think so.
spinning the left side with you on the screen than
Yeah.
doing it alone.
Yeah.
I have to think so much when I do it.
That's right. All right. I've got an idea. I've got a plan. Let's Let's go. Turning on. That's not a very good camera angle. All right. Let's get training. Looking pretty good. Looking even better. Okay. Quick movement. Open it up. Close it up. In breath. Really try and open. Really bend it back as far as you possibly can. And same on the close. Close it right in as far as it will go. Hinge. Just to where it's comfortable, either 45 degrees or 90 degrees. Relax the spine. Open the spine, lift the arms, relax the spine. Straighten it up and lift the arms. Keep it going, breathing out on the way down, breathing in on the way up. This time lift it up, stay straight, pull your hands back, take your hands forward, take your hands back, take your hands forward, take your hands back, link your fingers together, and then relax your spine. And take your hands over the top. Relax the hands and roll up. Let's just do a quick hip opening, just get the hips moving, just down on the floor, and then we're going to do some form stuff, Taiji form stuff tonight. Okay, let's see, which ones shall we do? Let's do this one, so just the crawling forward variation. Feel free to put your knees on the floor at any time, or stay out into a plank. Bring one foot forward to the outside of your palm, and point your rear toe, and then lengthen through that back leg. Just wriggling around, lengthening through the hip flexors. And turn all the way over to face this front leg. Stretching through the side here, underneath. Relaxing it back. Spin it round up onto the ball of the foot of the standing leg. And sink it down through the hamstrings and the adductors. Bend the knee, sink into it a little further. Crawl forward. Try to stay like you're going under a fence. Try to stay as low as you can as you come forward. Point your rear toe, and then again lengthen through that back leg. turn towards your standing leg, so you're turning onto your side. Turning back to the front, flip it around, and sink in to stretch through here. Bend the knee a little bit and sink further onto it. Come into the center. Sink back. Elbows into your knees. Just holding them out into that low, low squat. And then just stand up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the first section of the form just up until pung. So up, down, around, pung. We're going to alternate the side, left, right, left, right, left, right, and so on. I'll give you a few little tips along the way. We'll do it a few times, then I'll give you a few tips. Then we'll do it a few more times, then we'll give you a few more tips. Then we'll finish by going through the whole left side of the form. Point being to the lesson, giving you a few tips on what might help get your left side feeling as good as your right side, because as I've mentioned many times before, the majority of people out there have been practicing their right side for quite some time without balancing it out and practicing their left side. So it's going to feel awkward because you simply haven't been doing it for as long. So unless you practice that left side a lot, it will always feel a little bit inferior to your right side. I don't recommend stopping to practice your right side to enhance your left side, but you can practice it more on your left side, because practicing the right side, it can help you to teach your left side rather than negating it all at once. So, you do your right side, then you do your left side, and you're like, oh, I think I just realized something I'm doing on this side, which I was missing on this side, and that's why it doesn't feel as good. These kind of things. So, let's just flow through a couple of times. See how we go. We'll keep it relatively slow and chill. So I'm going to be your mirror. So let's start with you doing your left side. So that means I'm going to do my right side. So we're going to go this way. So be a mirror to me. Okay? Yeah. Okay, here we go. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. Exactly the same set of movements, opposite side now. And out breath. In breath. And out breath. In breath. And out breath. Do it once more each side before we look at any details. Let's do it again. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. Other side. Okay. First key point that I want you that we'll focus on. I think I'll just give you tonight like one thing to think about, then we'll drill it a little bit. Then one extra thing, then we'll drill it a little bit. Since we've only got that one little package to play with, we're not doing the whole third. And of course, when we do the whole first third at the end of this session, try, if you can, try to remember those principles. I'll try and remember what I've told you, and maybe I'll call out some of those details as we do it. So the first thing is here, this move here. The same concept that we talked about in the small sansao. If you were in the small sansao lesson on, no, was that last night? Yeah, last night, Tuesday night. So the concept of, you see? So there's definitely a drop, then a turn, okay? As I've explained to you in the basic form class where we're doing this posture, it's drop the legs, drop the hand, one, and then turn as everything turns to the side. But of course, we don't want to stop there. We want to go, you still want to feel this, even though it's slow and controlled, you feel this sensation of the momentum, okay? As if you're traveling along the same path as if you were using momentum. Meaning, that kind of thing. Just sort of dropping the arm, whoosh, down across your body. As your arm drops, your arm naturally, because it's ever so slightly inwardly rotated for this posture. In the small sansao, of course, the hand is vastly inwardly rotated. It's pretty much fully rotated inwards. So it's more obvious external rotation when the hand drops. The same thing happens here. In our slow form, it's just a little less obvious because the hand's not that inwardly rotated. It's really just neutral. But when this hand drops, so we're turned into that hand, the weight's a little bit in that left leg, as you know. I still want to feel this. So you see how when I sink in the left leg and drop the hand, think about it as instead of sinking in the left leg, treat it like a quarter pipe in a skate park. If any of you have done skating, you know what a quarter pipe is, yeah? A quarter of a pipe, so you're looking down the thing. It's not a flat ramp that goes down like this. It drops. When you're standing at the top of the thing, it drops like this far of the top, depending on how high the thing is, will have this much to this much of complete clean vertical drop. And then it just and then catches you on the bottom, you see? And that's where you pump your legs and whoom, you come out the bottom with tremendous speed to then fly over the next thing and do whatever trick you're going to do. So it sort of feels like that. It's like you're dropping the hand, but then it swishes on the end. Rather than thinking, sink and turn. There's nothing wrong with doing it how I've just done it there. That's actually quite preferable for someone who's learning it for the very first time. So if you're still feeling a little confused, if anyone's following who's literally learning the form for the first time, you might want to stick with that way. But have a play around with this and see if you can get the idea. So when we sink, see, it kind of detaches the movement. And oh, this feels like a separate action. It's like, it feels like two different movements. There are sort of two different actions, but it's one movement. Like I say, like dropping off the quarter pipe. Whoa, there's one action, and then whoo, your body does something completely different when it catches you on the bottom. So it's a different action in the body. So taking it over. So although I bend that knee, I never truly sink into it. I bend the knee, but that doesn't mean I sink and settle into that knee. It's like I'm going, see that? My intent is already going over here. I'm sweeping past that sinkingness. Boom. But you don't want to lose any of your timing cues, of course, you see, you might accidentally go from here with this swishing, the swishing of the movement. Oh, whoops. See, I turned too far. My turn of the center went too quickly, and I'm still on the back leg, and then I'm just shifting with no center turn. So that, see, when the hand hits the bottom and catches that curve to send the force out this way, aka like the quarter pipe, or one side of a half pipe, as soon as you feel that when it comes across, that's when this leg has got to push your body weight over to your right leg. Flowing over, you see? Boom. So I'm still maintaining my basic principles of hands, waist, and weight shift all together, dum, and getting there at the same time, even though I'm still getting this action happening. Okay, let's just try that movement back and forth. Literally, not even the second move, just that movement back and forth. So let's do it the other way now. Over to this side. Sweep it. Feel it. Reset. Go the other way. Reset. Go the other way. That way. Now try and slow it back down, take away the actual momentum, and just follow the path and the intent of the momentum while still moving very slow and controlled. Reset, other side. Reset, other side. Reset, other side. So you see, although your leg is bending on that rear leg just a touch, the movement is essentially, see, we used to actually teach, if you look back to I think my first video as well, and Dad's first video, we would actually say, okay, up, down, take it around, there. Now go straight into the front leg, sweep the hand down across your body, click. So it's literally a direct shift straight into the right leg. You see, from here, like so. But of course, if you're already putting a little bit of weight shift, because we're doing that little weight shift now with this movement, we're not doing it so basic that you're just standing there and moving your arms. You're moving a little bit to the right, turning your center, moving a little bit to your left, turning your center, which means when you, just when you first start dropping, there's just a tiny little, because you're already moving that way, see? I'm going over that way. But it should still have that feeling of being more or less directly into that leg. But because you're not coming from a static position, it won't feel like straight there like a robot. It'll just have that kind of feel. But it's still definitely a weighted turn, not like the modern Taiji forms, which have this back-weighted turn, like so. Nothing wrong with doing it like that. It's a little bit easier for some people, but it's the flow. Once you, I kind of feel like at the very, very basic sense of like robotic, it's definitely easier to sink back, but then it makes this part feel a bit lengthy before you can step to come forward. So once you start getting a little bit of flow, the front weighted one feels much better. But you don't want to confuse the student by saying, okay, practice it like this for a year, then all of a sudden you've got to change the movement to a front weighted posture. It makes it confusing. It's like they've trained one thing into their body. And they'll end up, oh wait, no, I have to go forward. So most beginners can handle this feeling of directness into that front leg. Okay, keep it going, other side. Swish and cross, boom. Take it around. And across, boom. Other way. Another key point to getting the timing right for that one, if you come back to this very block form basic version, right, like this, you have to essentially drop this hand all by itself before you can turn your body. If you start turning your body, everything all at once, it doesn't work because I have to drop that hand first. If I start turning my body as I'm dropping the hand, it separates the shoulder, so it doesn't work. So the hand has to actually drop before you can turn, right, to connect all the movements. So the hand in turn, see, look how much the body's moving comparatively to how much the arms are moving. With that movement, the arms are already, even in that posture, moving quite a lot more than what the body's moving. That doesn't mean they're disconnected from the body. Your body can move this much, and your arm can move this much. See, the arm's moving that far, the center is only turning that far. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Sometimes your center moves the same distance as your arms. Other times your center just kind of twitches and throws your hand out into a strike. But then after this, from here to here, it's like almost as if the hand is moving on its own. It's not moving on its own, but kind of like it is moving on its own. The hands give you your timing. So rather than trying to say like, okay, from here, speed up the hand to get it in, it breaks the flow down a little bit. So instead, leave the hands going at that same pace. See that? So the hand went from there all the way down to there when the center went from here just a couple of inches, like back to the front. So the waist, the turning of the center has slowed down to there, you see? But now everything's lined up, ready to go, ready to fire. This can activate, so the arm and the center now sort of more evenly timed, okay? See that? It's kind of, if I exaggerate it, don't do it like this, but if I exaggerate it, it's like the hands and the body are sort of similarly timed in terms of the size of the movements. See that? Big hand movement, very small body movement. It's almost like the hand is just kind of dropping down, relaxing down off the momentum of that previous move. Swish! And the hand's just dropping down whilst my body's just kind of calming and settling off that previous movement. Rather than thinking, do that move and then I've got to do something else. No, do this move and just let that hand drop on the momentum carried forward from that previous movement. And then once it gets to there, then you generate that momentum again, because that's where you hit the bottom of the ramp. Other side. Yeah, almost like as if this move doesn't stop here. That's not the posture. I mean, it is the posture. That's the posture that is called arm left or arm right if you're doing the whole form with the hair in your mouth. But in terms of the flow, like I know in my head, I can feel the intent. That there's a strike there, you see. But it doesn't mean I have to stop where the strike is. I can see the hand. It's almost like that's the end of the movement. And then you can come into that other side, you see. Okay, let's just do a little bit with pung, moving into pung. So what we'll do is, we'll do that movement again, actually. We'll do that movement, but now into the puncture of pung. Okay, so we'll go this way. Now we've got that correct momentum and flow coming in, and then remember what we went over? I think I still got a hair in my mouth. A couple of nights ago, some of you may not have been in that class, but we covered this concept of large movements followed by little squeezy movements, indicating your opponent is very close to you rather than having to reach out to where he might be. So big sweeping action, and just as that one hits, it's like it bounces off, boom, and spring loads back into that right finger strike or your left finger strike. no weight. The heel touches the ground when that left palm gets pumped out. So when that hits the ground, that's when your foot touches the ground. Sorry, when that palm hits him, like hits in your mind where you're placing that power onto your opponent. 1, 2. Make sure those two strikes are going straight forward. I've seen a lot of people maybe go like this and maybe sort of get a bit lost on the directions. So this one's obviously sweeping across your body here, but this one just straight to the front, directly to the front, like where you started from. Not the front in terms of like, okay, there's me directly in line with my lens. I'm not striking to where I was over there. That's still at an angle. I'm going to that wall. If you just, there's a wall in front of me there, I'm going to strike from this position directly to that wall. Not over there, not over there, directly in line with where I am at that wall. Same thing with the other hand, as that foot places down. And get that waist turn in there. As your heel rolls up, 1, 2, boom, and drop the heel down. 1, 2, and then there's the final move. Swing that hand up with your body. See, it's throwing it out. You see that? If I'm exaggerating it, like you're striking with the back of the palm, throwing it out to the side. The intent of that hand, boom. The hand's on my center, you see. Not wrapped around my center necessarily like this, but it's a little bit extended, but it's still on my center, okay? It's not, for example, out here. But the intent of the strike, where you're projecting that force to, is out that way, towards the corner, okay? So let's just drill that a couple of times, back and forth, like we were just doing. I'll see if I can come up with any little tips that might help you. So let's go this way first. As usual, the yin and yang hands, make sure that they're gradual. Let's go the other way now. So when you come down here, you've got a change of state. There's your yang. So the striking hand is now yang down here. Now when we come through to this next move, be careful you don't, so it's gone yin too soon. Just like in the opening move, gradual changes. So one yang, one yin. Gradually, 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 gradually changing into their opposite states. Into that posture. Okay, let's drill it. Other side. So the important thing here, like I said before, be careful you don't project your force forward. Like you're coming forward here and you're sort of, I don't want to be thinking here, forward. I'm thinking, wah, bah. Look where the, wah. As I say, if I use momentum and do the strike more martially, the hand will, wah, send out to the side. I haven't got the bag up at the moment, but if I just stand here, with the wall here, if I'm coming forward, see, that's not where I'm making contact with someone. That's where I'm making contact, a little bit past the point of the form, okay? Because it won't happen like that in the form because there's no momentum not when you're doing the form slowly. So because there's no momentum, it feels kind of false to do this and then take the hand all the way out there. It just doesn't want to go out there. It feels forced. Whereas, see, yeah, it's going in that direction. It's like if there was water on your hand, it would splash out in that direction, kind of thing. Because it's soft. There's no momentum for your hand to get flung out to the side. Okay. One more time, the whole thing, each side. Then we'll do the whole first third. Let's go. No, let's go this. No, let's go that way first. I have my reasoning. Okay. Other side. All right. Let's do the whole first third now on the left side. And hopefully by doing it back and forth like that, you've got a little bit of balance in your body as far as left and rights. But if not, don't worry. It takes time. So we're just going to do it tonight. Obviously try to remember those couple of things we've just gone over in the beginning. But we're just going to do it. I'm not going to give you any specificness as to what to do, what speed. I mean, obviously, keep your eye on me and just try to stay in time. That's always nice with what I'm doing. But I'm going to do the form rather than explain the form in a certain way. I'm just going to do the form with complete flow and let you pick up on the movement and the energy of it as best you can through a Zoom screen. Well, I enjoyed that.
Yes, me
Nice to
too.
do it without talking sometimes. I think it's really important to see that too, because I never get that deep in the form when I'm even literally just saying breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Just those little words still keep you up in the conscious, thinking about something external. But when I totally zone out like that, it's like I sort of forget that I'm teaching. I forget I'm in class. I'm just doing my own thing. It's not the absolute, because there's still that little bit in the back of your brain like somebody's watching me. Um, so yeah, I think like the deepest I've ever got is when, when it's just totally me, no one else around. Dad always used to say that as well. Like what you see someone perform in front of people is rarely going to be like their true form. There's still that element of someone's watching me. I've got to make sure I don't fall over or that kind of thing. So yeah, but still, it's pretty close to it. So if ever you see someone at a high level practicing Taiji and you think they think no one's watching them, watch them from around the corner, but don't let them know you're there because you might see something special. All the secret moves.
That might be hard to catch you like that, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, always watching you.
Fran caught me one time actually, but she only took pictures. She didn't take a video. I was just outside doing my form, and it was a really good form. Like afterwards, I was like, oh, that was a really solid, nice form. She got a bunch of pictures of me, and the pictures are great because the pictures even sort of show where the energy was in the form. But yeah, didn't get any video footage of it. So yeah. Well, I'm going to go and read Clara a book. She's into her choose your own adventure books now. She's very excited. I'm reading her my favorite choose your own adventure book from when I was a kid, and yeah, so she's so excited. Because she'll go through and like last week she got 3 stages through and it's like, okay, now should we take the cart on the right or the cart on the left? Turn to page 36 for this, turn to page 28 for that. And she's like, oh, that one. And then it gets to there, and then the cart breaks, and we're back at Grandma's house because we couldn't make it all the way. And then she's like, okay, next time we're going to do the right. So each evening she gets one step further on the book. It's like almost like playing a video game kind of thing, but in a book.
Yeah, I never had that when I was a kid. That sounds
Ah,
amazing.
it's fantastic.
Me either.
I adored them. They were amazing. I had Kidnapped and Treasure Island, a lot of the popular stories, they'd turn them into these choose your own adventure. So yeah, you got to really feel like you were part of the thing.
You can make decisions. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, you guys enjoy your evening, and I shall see you when I see you next. Next class is tomorrow morning. What's tomorrow? Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
6 a.m. 6 a.m. and then that'll be a general class with a bit of Bagua in there, and then evening 8 p.m. will be Yang Luchan form, carrying on next moves, and an extra 30-minute cool down chill zone thing afterwards, like we did yesterday. Bettina's like, oh, I missed that.
Yes. But my calendar is kind of lighting up a little bit. So I might be able to make it tomorrow, depending which time I get home, but maybe then I'm just a little bit late. So
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
And Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Cool. Excellent.
Thank
All right.
you.
Well, I shall see you soon.
Yeah, have a wonderful
Enjoy
evening.
your evening. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.